Thank you, Presiding Officer. Yesterday, after nearly 20 years, the murderer of Emma Caldwell was finally brought to justice. As well as her murder, Iain Packer was convicted of 33 offences against 22 women committed over 3 decades. He should have been behind bars years ago. This is what Emma's mother, Margaret Caldwell, told us this morning, speaking via her lawyer, Amar Anwar. They knew it was Iain Packer as far back as 2006, but they gave him the freedom to carry on attacking and raping vulnerable women like my Emma. And Margaret had a message for the First Minister. She said this: if Mr Yousaf genuinely cares about the victims and my Emma, then he has no other option but to organise an independent public inquiry. And she continued, with respect, what are you waiting for? So will Humza Yousaf take the opportunity today to immediately announce the establishment of a judge-led inquiry?
First Minister.
Presiding Officer, can I thank Douglas Ross for raising an exceptionally important issue. Let me, first and foremost, give once again my condolences and that of the Government to Emma's family, her friends, loved ones, at what will continue to be an extraordinarily difficult time. I want to pay tribute to Margaret Caldwell, Emma's mother, and indeed her family, who tirelessly fought for justice, not just for Emma, but of course for the many other women who have suffered at the hands of Iain Packer. Can I also recognise the important role that journalists have played in this as well? The Sunday Mail, BBC Scotland have played in this case, and the tenacity of the reporters in trying to seek out justice. Yesterday's verdict won't have brought any elation or happiness, I suspect, to Emma's family and to Margaret in particular. But I hope it does give a small, tiny crumb of comfort that justice, to some extent, has been done. But Douglas Ross is right, that justice is far too late. There are some serious failings in this case. Of that, there is no doubt. I wrote and have written to the legal representative of Margaret Caldwell, responded to say that I will, of course, meet with Margaret Caldwell alongside the Cabinet Secretary for Justice and Home Affairs, willing to meet with them. In terms of a public inquiry, I was wanting to hear from Margaret Caldwell and, of course, examine and look at the case, not just in more detail, but it's important for me to say there is still an ongoing legal process. Iain Packer does have the right, of course, to appeal, so we have to wait, I think, to some extent to see what the next stages of that legal process are. But let me be absolutely clear, a judge-led public inquiry is absolutely something we are exploring. It is absolutely not off the table, and is something we're giving very serious consideration to, given the systemic failings of this case.